Hey, season 2. Y'all ain't ready. Hey, season 2. Let your light shine. Look at that. Hey, season 2. We getting started. Your good love deserves an encore. Morning, T. Your good love deserves an encore. Morning, Mama. I'm gonna bring you up in a few minutes. Good love deserves an encore. We starting season 2. Listen, we starting season 2 off right. Mama G, she gonna give us all the wisdom. Going to a show tonight after working hard 9 to 5. I know y'all can't hear the music, but that means I'm gonna have to do some extra editing, so y'all gonna have to just listen to me sing. Y'all know the song. Hey, good morning, welcome in. Let me share this. Good love deserves an encore. And it feels good out here. It's supposed to go up to 75 today in Atlanta. Let your light shine. Let it shine on you. My face shiny, but that's because I got on some SPF that I wasn't wearing before, but now I know. When you know better, you do better, right? Hey, happy Saturday. It's February 1st. Happy February. Woo! Welcome in. Your good love deserves an encore. Your good love an encore. Happy February. Welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. Morning, Lily. Your good love deserves an encore. Ooh. Listen, it is February the 1st. Let me just say this, because I was on another platform and I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were just like, it was the longest January ever. And they were just like, they were mad that somebody had stole their content. Let me look like, right, he did. And his dog was about to bite me. And I had him on camera, so that would have been a lawsuit. But anyway, and they were just like, somebody stole my content. Like, I did a video and they stole it. And I was like, you do know it's 2025. No shrimp, sir. You do know it's 2025. We not reinventing the wheel. We all regurgitating the same stuff. It may be 1 or 2 new words that people are making up that's not in Webster's, but we not reinventing the wheel. And I feel like that's a form of flattery. Like, that's a compliment if somebody sees your content and wants to put their own spin on it. Like, you went on social media. It's not like it's patent. You didn't go to the patent office and patent the idea. We all stealing from one another. We all using each other's stuff. If that's not the life for you, then you might not want to be a content creator on social media. Am I right or wrong? Is that not flattery? When somebody says, like, to you, oh, you inspired me to do this. You know, I saw this person's video. Like, it's a compliment. Okay, it's not just me. I thought it was just me, but I just looked at it like, it's not stealing, it's duplicating. Right. And then you putting your own spin on it. So I don't see what the problem is. I really don't. So February 1st, season 2 of Let Your Light Shine, the podcast. Catch her up in the comments, y'all. But we starting off season 2 with the very own Mama G. Listen, Mama G be over there with her water talk. Then she just made some beans last week in a crock pot that looked like they were so good. And we love her in the GLP-1 community. And so I just wanted to have a conversation with her and to get some insight and hear about her journey thus far. Because y'all know I'm nosy and I want to know all the things. So without further ado, hold on. Let me see how I get Mama G up here. We did this yesterday. Mama G, why won't it let me send you an invite? Your thing not highlighted. Hold on. Technical difficulties, because we did this yesterday. But for some reason, it's not letting me. We got it together. Without further ado, Mama G. What y'all got planned for today? We need to say, yeah. We figuring this thing out. Just like we finally got YouTube up and running last night after 30 minutes. You know how that go. Finally, I was able to get it up and running. Because that was a whole thing yesterday too. I don't know. It's saying that you weren't able to join. I don't know why. We might have to garage it. I don't know. Okay, let me stop. Oh wait, there we go.
Finally.
Right, because I was like, let me stop it and try to come back
Can
in.
you see me?
No.
Okay, there. I was on my computer.
Okay, there we go.
Then I went on and got on the phone.
Oh, because it wasn't working on your phone? It wouldn't let you on?
It wouldn't
I wonder why. We had a whole conversation yesterday. Finally. I wish I had some sound effects, but Instagram bootleg. Instagram do better. Instagram do better. Good morning. Happy February. Happy Saturday.
Can you believe it?
Right.
I can't believe it's February 1st.
Already.
Yes, man.
Okay. So I want to start off, Mama G, with you telling us how you got started on the GLP-1 for the people that don't know.
Okay. So I got started, and I'm going to try to make it short because it's a long story, but I got started. I had been, well, I because I wasn't paying.
It's cutting out. Is that my phone? I can hear you now.
Okay, so I wasn't paying attention to my health after the loss of my husband.
Okay.
And diabetes real bad, and so it got real bad, and so I ended up going to the ER, and my blood sugars were like they wasn't registering on the meter.
Okay.
And so they put me in ICU, and so I was in a diabetic coma for like 5 days. I think my weight was like 256. So after that, my doctor recommended Manjaro. I started that,
Okay.
but I'm also on a high dose of steroids for an autoimmune disease. So I didn't. The GLP didn't start working for about 3 months.
Really?
You know, because it's hard. Yeah, it's hard when you're on steroids to lose weight or do anything.
Right.
Because it's yeah, steroids are awful. If you could avoid steroids, avoid it. But I couldn't avoid it because the autoimmune disease was in my brain. It controlled the arteries in my brain, so I had to use it. But 4 years later, I went into remission, got off the
Okay.
steroid. Um, then the GLP started working, and it started working on everything, on the A1C, the blood sugars, the weight, the high blood pressure, everything started working on everything, and I was just so excited. And so, like I said, 3 months for me to lose my first pound, and I was excited about
Okay. Really?
it. Yeah, 3 months, and I was, like everybody else, was frustrated. What in the world is going on? They say I'm supposed to lose weight, all that stuff.
Right.
Until I learned that it was everything else, and I almost 100 pounds. I see, you know, see some weight loss. But
Okay.
after that, it started working really. Started losing my weight and got happy about it. Everything. Just came into place. The autoimmune disease went into remission. It started, doing good. High blood pressure, everything started, you know, working in my favor. I was walking every day, going to water aerobics because later on, come to find out, being on the high dose of steroids for 4 years, I developed a rare bone disease where the blood I started getting bone death where blood stopped circulating to my bones.
Mm.
So now I'm
Oh, wow.
dealing with that, and
Oh,
it's a whole lot of pain. And they won't give you steroids to stop the pain. And I don't take pain medication, so I manage it on my own by going to physical therapy and water aerobics. So that's how I manage my pain.
okay.
And
How long have you been doing the water aerobics?
I've been doing water aerobics probably about a year and a half. Yeah.
Really? But you weren't doing the water aerobics before you started the GLP
No.
medication?
Mm-mm.
Okay. What were you doing for physical activity before then?
Walking.
You would just walk? Okay, not just walk, but walking. Okay. Um, so I want to know, how has that helped you? Like, because I know for me, I have really, my left knee is in a struggle. How has the water aerobics helped
Ooh,
with the pain level and
that I'm telling you, if water aerobics is awesome. It is amazing. When I put my feet in that water, it's nice. It is really nice.
really,
I would not give that up. I would
really?
not give. Mm-mm. No, ma'am. And the instructor, she works you. Now you're in that water for an hour doing
Okay,
exercise. You're doing knee. You're doing your hip, your arms. It's good. It is
really.
really. And then as a reward, I get to get in the hot tub.
Okay,
So,
okay, come through with the hot tub. I'm not mad at it.
so
Okay.
I'm in the
So
hot
how much have you lost from day one till today? Like how,
97.
what? You almost at 100? I know you're not trying to lose anymore though, right?
I'm not.
Or you trying to get to them three
I'm,
pounds?
I'm not. I'm really
You're
not.
not? Okay.
It's coming off. But no,
Right.
I'm not. I'm not doing anything to. I just do my little walks, and I don't walk like hard, and it's like I call it a stroll, but I do get in
Okay.
them. Usually get like 15,000 a day.
And how long does that take you?
I usually walk like an hour.
An hour? Okay. So that's good.
Mm,
15,000 in an
mm-hmm.
hour? 97, that is amazing.
Yeah.
If somebody had told you 5 years ago that you would be here, would you have believed that?
No.
You wouldn't believe them. Yeah.
I would not have believed that. But I'm, I'm excited. And look, like that song say, age ain't nothing but a number. That's for
I
sure.
know that's right. I know that's right. But we all have our days, Mama G. What keeps you motivated on those days when you just like, I don't want to do this, but I know I need to do this.
Because I have no choice. Because if I don't move, then literally I can't move.
Mm.
I have,
So it's just like a definite
yeah.
something that you have to do at this point.
But one thing, I do take my Sundays off. I take that.
Okay.
So I go to water aerobics Tuesday and Thursday, and then
Mhm.
Monday, Friday, and Saturday I walk. But Sundays I don't. I might walk around the house, but I'm not doing
Right.
nothing hard. That's
You're
my
not
day
going
off.
out.
Mm.
Okay. Now, have you incorporated strength training, or does she make you do that while you're in the water?
Hmm. Yep.
Okay.
We.
So that's how you get that in.
That's why we do an hour because we're doing so many things.
Okay.
Hmm.
Tell me what's one of the biggest. You can give me more than one if you want, but tell me one of the biggest lessons that you learned about yourself during the course of this process in this journey of
That
being on this
I
medication
that,
that you learned new about yourself that you didn't know before.
that I'm strong, and my husband used to tell me that all the time, and I didn't believe it. But I'm strong.
And you didn't believe that before
Oh
that
no.
you were.
Mm.
Really?
No,
That's hard to
ma'am.
believe.
No, I did not. He used to tell me that all the time. He says, "You're strong and you're smart." He says, "Oh my God," he used to just say that all the time. I didn't
Oh,
believe it, but now I know. After,
really?
I wish I could have told him that I believed him, but yeah,
Right. I'm sure he knows.
yeah.
He's definitely watching over you.
Hmm.
Would you mind telling us how you guys met?
We met, yeah, whatever, but we met. I was 4 and he was 7, and my aunt lived across the street from his family. And we've been knowing each other our entire life. We went to school together, went to elementary, went to junior high, went to high school. And when we got to high school, he told me, he said, "I'm going to the Air Force and I'm going to marry you." And sure enough, when I turned 17, we got married. My grandmother had to sign, and
Mhm.
we did get married. We got married. And then we traveled the world forever in the military. And that's how we met. Knew each
Tell us some
other our entire
of the tell us some of the places that you guys went to
we
or where he was stationed at.
we went to the Philippines, we went to Japan, we went to Asia, we traveled all over the states, just Mississippi. We just traveled so much until the kids got tired of losing their friends, and
Right.
so finally he said, "Let's get out." So we got out. We're from Louisiana. Everybody wanted us to move to Louisiana, but he wanted to move to Texas, and so this is where we came to Texas.
Uh, okay.
Yeah,
How long was he in the military
he
for?
was in there 15 years.
15.
Mm-hmm.
And how long were you guys married?
36.
Wow.
30.
So I know. Listen, Mama G, I know that you have your water top and you have your cooking show, but I think that the next show for 2025 needs to be how to keep a marriage together because you have all the knowledge. Like anything over 30 years, you need to be telling other people how to keep it. You need to be giving some advice.
You know that
I would love
the one thing I always
it.
tell is that don't go to bed. I go to bed and stay up all
Okay.
night.
You said don't go to bed angry.
No,
These geese out here being loud,
yeah,
disrespectful.
yeah.
Okay.
Bed.
Okay.
I
Okay.
Yeah, I
Don't
think that
go to bed angry.
no, no, ma'am. Stay if you got to stay up all night looking at each other, do it.
Just make sure you fix whatever the issue is.
Yes, cause you don't know what could happen overnight.
You are right about that.
So that's
You
why
are
I
right
said
about that.
you do not know. My husband, we didn't know that Friday we both got up to go to the gym. Cause we used to go to the gym together, and we
Okay.
went to the gym, and he had a massive heart attack at the gym. We we didn't know that.
Right. And you saying like, I'm so sorry, but you're saying like you didn't know, so you guys could have had an argument the night before and not spoke to each other,
Exactly.
and then
We got up
yeah.
early and went to the gym, and we separated. So he was on his stuff, and I was on mine. And so, later on, I saw people crying around this man on the floor. I had no idea that was my husband, and I just kept working.
Mm.
I finally went over there, wondering what I thought it was a pregnant woman or something. It
Right.
was my husband,
Oh man.
and we had just celebrated our 36th anniversary. We celebrated our 30. I think it was a Tuesday, and he died on a Friday. And
Oh. How how are you adjusting to life without him now?
it's hard every day. Every day is hard, but I'm doing it. That's something you got. You got to do. But I'm doing it because he's my best friend. I mean,
Right. Almost your entire life.
yes. Hmm.
Almost your entire life. How are you celebrating you and the progress that you made? How do you celebrate?
That's
Are you celebrating?
not really. That's kind of a hard thing for me to do. Shannon fusses at me all the time about that, but that's kind of a touchy subject to, like celebrate myself. I don't really do that.
No. Is it more like the kids getting together and doing something for you, like
Yeah.
for your birthday, or it'll be the kids doing it? How? Okay. So we had a conversation yesterday. You were cleaning the closet and getting rid of clothes that are too big. How is that process going?
Going good. Going good. I
Yeah.
have me a good amount in a bag. Going good.
Okay. And you said you were going to take them to Goodwill.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what's the plan for replacing that bag with new stuff?
Uh,
What's the plan?
I,
Where we going?
I haven't made it yet. Haven't made it yet. I know I need
Okay.
to.
Yes.
I'm not done.
That could be a Sunday thing. You going to the store, whether it's Marshalls or Ross or, a store just spending some time finding a new outfit for you.
Definitely. I definitely need to do
I,
that.
yeah. I think that would definitely help and replace some of those old clothes that was hanging off of you. I
Mm-hmm.
know I know for me, I had like an emotional connection to some of my clothes.
Yeah.
Like I had this one hoodie that I've had for so long and I was swimming
Yeah.
in it. Like literally swimming in it. And a friend was just like, Let, it's time, right? But this friend didn't just say let it's time. This friend went above and beyond and was able to get some information of
That's,
mine and sent me a gift card for me to go and replace some of the stuff that was. So let
ooh,
me let me just say this. If your friend's not giving you constructive criticism and a way to fix it, they're not your friends. No, I'm
I,
just kidding. But
I
not
got
really. But
look. I
but
got,
not really.
I got a bunch of them that's doing it. There's a lot of fussing at me, especially Sabrina. Oh my goodness, she said it's time to get rid of them clothes. So yeah,
Yes.
I'll
You have a
I,
whole new body.
I'll eventually, you know, maybe
Do that.
maybe for
No.
the spring, I'll probably do it for the.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, are you Are you a woman that goes to church every once in a while, or you do? Okay, so that could be the motivation. Get you some new dresses for church for the
Yeah.
spring.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a great idea.
That's
Good
true. Cause
morning. Good morning.
yeah, I've got a bunch of church clothes that I wasn't able to wear. Now I can fit in them. I need to start trying them on because I got a whole bunch of them.
Really? Oh, I want some content around that. I want some content. I want to see you trying on the dresses.
Yeah,
Um,
I need to. It's oh my God, it's so many in there, and there's so many that have tags on it that I could not wear, and I need to try them on. I really do. So
Not with the tags, Mama G.
with the
And,
tags, the
and
look,
just sitting in the
I have
closet.
T-shirt with tags. My granddaughter said, "Nana, this is too much. This is too much." You know, you know how that's how I handled my grief after my husband died. I shopped.
Oh, okay. And so
Hmm.
that's where those dresses came from. Now, let
Dresses.
me ask you this. Were you in a bigger body your whole life, or was
No,
this like something that happened later on in life?
just when I got the was on steroids.
Oh, it was the steroids. So the Mama G now is the Mama G prior to
Yeah.
the steroid.
Mhm.
Really?
Ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Mhm.
that. So was that a hard adjustment for you,
Very,
living in a larger
very,
body? Yeah,
very, very.
yeah.
No one knew me. Nobody knew me because
How
I was.
did your husband feel about it? Was he like, because I know some men like a bigger woman. Like some men like, I like a little weight on you. You know, how was he
Oh,
with
he
that?
was already gone when that started.
Oh, he had passed away when that happened. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, let me say outfit of the day. Yes, you can do some outfits of the day.
You know what?
I would love to see that.
I really need to do that because there's so many in there that I need to see and try on. I really do. So I might do that. That might be my little project today
Okay.
to do
Now,
that.
what would you tell somebody? What advice would you give somebody if they were watching and today was the first day that they were starting the GLP-1? What advice would you give them?
Don't compare yourself to nobody. Don't compare. Just
Yeah,
just be your own person. Just take it one day at a time.
yeah. I think that's hard. I think it's hard, not to say that it's easier said than done. I know for me, I think it depends on where you are mentally, right?
Hmm.
Because some people struggle with that. When you go online and you see so many people like, oh, I just started and I lost 5 pounds, and
Right. Right.
oh,
Hmm.
so it's hard when you at point 5, turtling along,
Hmm.
like it's hard for you not to compare. You'll be like, well, wait, what's going on? But I think now for new people coming in, we've put out so much information because there was so much misinformation and wrong information out there that depending on who you listen to, you can get the right information, right? And we put the right information out there. And especially if you're a type 2 diabetic,
Hmm.
it's like, I know for me, I wasn't losing a lot of weight in the beginning, but it was working on my
That's
A1C.
right.
My A1C went from an 8.9 to a 5.6.
Hmm.
Now, it took a few months for it to do that,
Hmm.
but once I got into the fives is when I started to see the weight loss.
That's
The
right.
weight loss started coming after that, but I was comparing myself in the beginning to other people. I was just like, what's wrong with me? This medication ain't working
I,
for
I
me. Like, it's just not
I
working.
did too. I did it a lot, but I knew, looking at myself, I was so it was like I was just bloated. And so I was saying, what is going on? I would go outside and I would take pictures because uh I didn't think I was gonna make it. So I would
Mm,
take pictures for my girls so they could have, some pictures.
right.
I did that a lot. Just taking pictures of myself as I was just looked like those steroids was just they were a mess. They were a mess.
Really? Oh, wow. Well,
Hmm.
I'm glad that you did that. Now, are you? um a journal girly?
Oh
Or
yeah.
do you journal? You do?
Look,
Okay. Do you ever let your daughters read them?
no, they're not interested in them. Not right now. So
Okay.
no, I do. Yeah, I do.
Not right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been. I did that when I was in high school, also.
What journaling? Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
And I found one of my journals from 1993. When I was, I think I was a junior, and I was a sophomore,
Mm-hmm.
and just the stuff that was in there. And in the back of it, like it had like this list where you could put people phone
Mm-hmm.
numbers, and I had people beeper numbers
Yeah.
in the back, and I saw that, and I was cracking up. I was like,
Yeah.
I showed my daughter. I was like, this was before cell phones was out.
Yeah.
People used to have beepers.
Mm-hmm. I
She's
used
like, what's a
I
beeper?
be going through them journals. Delante, she always send me when I finish. She started sending me journals, and I love writing. I write everything down so I can go back
You
and.
do?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 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 I do that too. And I gave it to her. I gave it to my daughter just so she could see, because she's a sophomore
Mm-hmm.
now. And I was like, some of the same things that I went through, you may go through. And so here's the one from the sophomore year, so you can just read through it. And she was like, you and your friends went to the movies a lot. I was like, we did. That's what we did back then. We were boys in the hood, all the things. We would go to the movie. That was our thing, or we went skating. Even though I couldn't skate, I was still there.
Oh,
Now, are you a skater?
we
Or are
girl,
you a bike rider
we
growing up?
we used to skate every weekend, and then the good thing about it, we would skate in school. We'd have a day where we would go skating in school. They would take us skating.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lily says she took your advice about the fingerprint
Oh,
instead of just
good.
using the
That is
CGN.
Yeah, that is so good. And you see the
I
difference.
Yeah. She said it makes it lower than the
Yeah,
CGN. The fingerprint is
yeah,
13 to 20 points. Yeah, I'm still a fingerprint girl. I still do my AccuCheck.
yeah.
Um, but I did put in my cart. You was telling me about the white rice.
Yeah.
You were
Mm-hmm.
telling me about the white rice. I did put the bone broth in my shopping cart so I can get some.
Yes.
But I didn't know about that. I didn't know about cooking it wouldn't, and then eating it the day later wouldn't spike your blood sugar. I just thought I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to deal with this, because I know sometimes when I eat stuff that is high carb,
Yeah.
I get so tired. Like I
Yeah.
get so sleepy, like I need a nap
Yeah.
after that. And so I had to learn that the hard way, because I would
Yeah.
eat like pizza or something like that for lunch during my lunch break. And then when I come back, I'd be like, why am I so sleepy?
Mm-hmm.
So now I make sure I have like a salad, or,
Yeah.
something like just protein and vegetables
And
during my lunch break.
you can make your own pizza too. Yeah.
I do now,
Yeah.
with the mission carb
Yeah. But
wraps. I
you can
use those.
you can also do it with you can also make it with yogurt and almond flour or regular flour, because I learned that from Weight Watchers. Me and the girls will have a Friday where we make our pizzas, and it does not like sugar. And I got a video on TikTok, but let me tell you, those pizzas are so good. It
Really?
tastes exactly like pizza.
What?
Mm-hmm.
We're
And
eating on my
it's
card.
called, it's called two ingredients.
And it's on your TikTok.
Uh-huh. And I think it's on Instagram. I'm gonna have to look and see. If it's not, I'm gonna put it on there. It's a video
Okay.
and we make pizzas on Friday night, and you just use the yogurt and your flour, and you make that
Okay.
crust, girl. You won't know the difference. You will not.
Now, is that better than, I remember you saying you would do the cottage cheese?
Hmm.
What? Can you do the cottage cheese bread?
Yeah,
Can you use that as a base for pizza?
yeah. I've made it with the
Okay.
cheese. I've made a pizza. I think I got a video on that too. I've made pizza with that. So
You
it's
have, okay.
you can do so many things where it don't spike your blood. And I had to learn all of that because my A1C was 14.5.
Mm,
Now it's 5.3. So you have to learn all that to be
you
healthy.
do.
And I wanted to be around for my 3 grandkids, and so
Right.
I had to work, do some work.
Absolutely. But don't you feel like the whole process is work? I think people come into it. I know for me in the beginning, for the first 6 months, I didn't do anything. Like, I didn't do any strength training. I wasn't, because I thought it was just like
Yeah.
magic. I thought I was just going to take this injection and that was it. Like,
Hmm.
it would do all the work for
Yeah.
me. But I learned the hard way that it didn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
That I,
I didn't know much about it, and I was a walker all the time. So
okay.
I never stopped walking, even though the walking wasn't doing anything as far as me losing the pounds or anything. But
Right.
and
But
I
you
would just
stayed
get out. Yeah,
active.
never stopped that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that that's good advice for people too, regardless if you're on it or not. Stay active.
Yeah.
Stay,
Yeah. You you have
stay active.
you have to, and it's a lot of people that feel that walking doesn't do anything, but it does. Walking is,
Absolutely.
you put your music on and you forget about everything that's going on in the world and you just walk.
Right. And I think people forget, even if it's not, first of all, walking is good cardiovascular,
Yeah.
right? It's good that way. But also for your mental health. I know a lot of the times that I wasn't walking because I was trying to get the pounds off. I was walking because I needed it. I needed to shut my brain off. I
Exactly.
needed to I needed a minute.
Hmm.
And after my walk, I don't know if it's the endorphins or what, but I just felt so much
Do.
better after going for a walk.
Yep.
Like like you said, you put on some good music or you put on a podcast, and
Hmm.
especially if it's a day like today where the sun is shining, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, it
Wa-
just makes you feel
Yes,
better.
walking is so. That is my. I don't know but that is just like my therapy. I mean, I'm gonna do that walk whether it's cold outside, whether it's raining outside, whether I am in so much pain, and that pain is the pain that I have is every day. But you learn, you can't give up. I was at my rheumatologist and she was telling me, she said, I have saw you go so far. She said, "Yep, I'm the
Uh-uh. Your phone, it's breaking up. I couldn't hear you.
okay."
You say you went to your rheumatologist?
Yeah, and she said that she felt guilty. She's the one that put steroids.
Oh, she put you on the
Yeah,
steroids. Oh,
but she had. Well, I said you had.
right.
You are a good doctor. You had to do that. But she was just saying a lot of her patients are women and they give up. She see them give up because they're in so much pain. And
Oh, okay.
she said, I'm not gonna let you give up because I've seen you go through a lot. And she said, wait a minute. She said, who am I talking to? You stubborn to give up. I said,
Right,
you're right.
right.
I have no plans on giving up.
And I think that is amazing also because you not just walking for you showing your daughters, you showing your grandkids, like, just keep going.
Yeah.
Sometimes in life we get knocked down or things happen, but to keep going. So now they have a point of reference,
That's
like, you know
right.
what? I may be going through something, but my nana got knocked down and she kept
Oh,
fighting.
they
You
tell
know, like,
they tell me that all the time. My grandkids tell
they do.
me, oh yeah, they tell me that all the time. Now I'm walking also too because I got to get ready for this hip surgery.
Right,
So I, keep on going. No matter what.
right.
And I know a lot of people, that's why I try my best not to complain because you know what? There's a bunch of people in this world that is going through more than what I'm going through. So a lot more and a lot more pain. So
Right.
I don't,
Sometimes it's like when you think you're going through something,
yeah,
somebody else going through something
yeah.
worse.
And
Right.
I hate complaining. I hate complaining. It's a lot of times I don't want to tell people what is going on, but Do not complain, because there's somebody out there that is worse than you are.
Right. Right.
Don't give up. Keep going. Just get up. Put a smile.
And I think it's healthy sometimes to get out your frustration,
It
right? Like,
is,
yeah,
but not, you
getting out frustration and complaining are two very different things. Like, they look different. You
know.
can get out your frustration at the gym. You can get it out on
Mm-hmm.
right,
Mm-hmm.
but just sitting there and calling somebody up and complaining to them,
Mm-mm.
that's something completely different.
Pray.
We all need support partners and accountability partners and all of
Yeah.
that. I get that. But don't take up so much time out of your day and somebody else's day
Complain.
complaining.
Yeah.
Right. If you need to get a therapist, pay them to
Yeah.
listen to you complain, right? Like, pay them. But don't transfer that energy on to people, and especially if you do have to call somebody. The first thing you need to ask them is if they have the capacity to receive what it is that you're getting ready to put down. Like, me and my friends adopted that a couple of years
Mm-hmm.
ago. Right. Sometimes you do need a good
You do.
session,
You
Jersey,
do.
but ask the person if they have the capacity
Yeah.
because you never know what's going on in their life
And
that they
you
may
show.
not be telling you
Yeah.
about. That you could just transfer that energy and
That's right.
just mess them
Yeah.
up.
You don't want to bring nobody down.
Right.
You definitely don't want. But also too, you can complain in prayer too.
Yeah.
God did.
Okay. That's what you be doing when I be out here walking and the people think I'm talking to myself. I don't be talking to myself.
Yes.
Right. I don't.
Yeah, you can complain all you want in prayer. He
Prayer.
listens.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Yes, ma'am.
that's enough.
Prayer and that journal.
Yes,
Write
ma'am.
it down. Like, I know I've gone back and looked in the handwriting I was so
Yeah,
angry. I could tell in my journals when I'm angry because I could barely read what I'm writing
yeah.
because that pen just be flowing
That's
and
it.
it be looking crazy. Like, it's ways for you to get
It
it out.
is.
Oh,
Yes. And we gotta realize that we need to go sometime. How we put the kids sometime in the corner. We need to go sit in the corner sometime.
we do. I can't imagine a grown person sitting in the corner. Right.
Yeah.
We do. We need a timeout. And you
I,
need to say that to yourself.
I
You need a
I
timeout.
understand that, Jenny. I really do, because it happened to me recently, very, very recently.
Yeah.
So, but you got to move on.
We do. We can't get stuck in it.
Mm-mm.
Right? So, just, I was, without saying too much, but I was blocked by somebody
Mm-hmm.
that I felt like was a friend.
Yes.
Right? Like, I was blocked by somebody that I considered to be a friend, and it was hurtful. And I, how most of the time I'll be like, I'm not letting that stuff get to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's social media. It's this, but we had talked outside of social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I felt away for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was on my heart for a couple of weeks, and I had to let it go.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of myself because years ago, I would have held on to that. I would have held on
Mm-hmm.
for a very long time and been in my head about it. But now I'm like,
But now,
God know my heart.
yep.
God know my heart. I meant no ill will towards anybody. I didn't do anything, intentionally. So I
Right.
had to let it go. And now I don't lose no sleep over it. I don't.
That's how,
I'm
that happened to me. But I have a Tamika. She is that girl. She's something else. We talk morning, noon, morning, noon, and night.
that's your buddy.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
my. Look, that's
That's your
my
buddy.
daughter. That's my.
That's your daughter.
She,
Yeah.
she
Right.
she will defend me to no end. To
Oh, yeah.
no end. She is, and sometimes when you're on social media, it's hard to trust, and that's the thing. It's very
Right.
hard to trust people, but you gotta like everybody say, you gotta find your people.
You do. But it's disheartening when you think that you found them and they turn out to not
Oh yeah,
be.
Yeah.
Like, that
Yes.
be the slap in the face that you be
Yeah.
like, dang.
Yes. That has happened.
Like,
That has happened to me, and I'm quite sure it has happened to a lot, and people just don't talk about it. But it has happened, and you know, recently, recent.
right, and it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
And it'll hit you almost like grief, right? Like,
Exactly.
I lost someone last year really
Yeah.
close to me, and I could just be outside walking and talking, and then it'll just come over
Yeah.
me, right? And you
Yeah.
just be like,
Mm-hmm.
it comes in waves.
You remember the times and the things that that you talk
Right.
about. So yeah, it happened. Like I said, it happened to me, but it's okay though. We move on.
It is. We move on. Like, we are blessed to be here and see another day.
Oh, I know.
The sun is shining down on us.
Yes, ma'am.
Like, we just got to
Yes,
keep going. We
yes,
absolutely have to
yes.
keep going. I
Because
want to just give you your flowers, Mama G, because you out here in this community motivating people. Like, I'm like, I want to be like Mama G when I'm that
I'm old.
age. And I don't even know how old you are, but I just
I,
know that
I am.
I
Look, I'll tell you, I'm 62. I don't have no, you know, I don't hide it because if I wasn't, where would I be? I would be with
right.
my husband. So I don't hide anything.
Right, 62. I want to be like Mama G when I'm 62.
Yeah.
Doing the water aerobics, out here making content, doing all the things.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am.
how do you ever get frustrated with content creation? Like, do you sometimes just be like, I don't feel like making no
Oh,
content today? Do you have those
yeah,
times?
because I don't, well, first of all, I don't really consider myself that. I don't consider myself a creator. I mean,
You
because
are
I do,
though. The cooking
yeah,
show, the
I,
water
I
talk.
don't wear that label very well. When I got on here for health too, because
Okay.
I was in bad shape. So I got on for that. And then people started saying, do this and do that. And so, I did it. But as far as I look up to so many others because they do such a good job, I don't consider what I do as, you know, I, I just don't.
I, I, I want to give you your flowers because you don't understand how many people, excuse me, would love to put themselves out there like that, but the fear stops them.
Mm-hmm.
The fear of people's judgment, the fear of what their family or friends are going to say. So just you turning the camera on in your home or outside, like, that's content that
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people aren't able to do.
Yeah.
They're not able, but not willing to.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're not willing to just because of what their own personal reasons,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the fact that you have the courage to do that makes you an inspiration to so many.
But I love it's so many good people on here, including you, and I love just watching everybody do whatever it is that they do. I love it all, and I don't even know where I would be without the community and the friends that I have made. But right now I'm very very choosy with my friends now because of what happened. Very
You
very.
preaching to the choir, mama. You preaching to the choir. Like,
I am
I
very.
was out here making friends, thinking everybody was my friend, handing my phone number out like it was government
Yeah,
cheese.
yeah,
Like, girl, you know these people. Why is you giving them the access to you? And
yeah.
and that's what Coco said. Coco said, why are you giving out your phone number? I was like, you know what? I
Yeah,
was doing the
you
most. Doing the most. I just talked her
mm-hmm.
up. Just talked Coco up. Coco was like, why you giving people access to you? And I was like, that's my
Yeah,
own fault. That's
yeah.
my own
You learn
fault.
the hard way, but you do learn.
Right.
You do learn. So, and I'm glad
We did.
that I learned that lesson. But that was a hard lesson to learn.
It
Very,
was.
very hard. But
It was.
I got it. I got.
Right. And that makes you not it hardened me a little bit, right? Like, I'm so always trying to see the good in people
Hmm.
that it closed a little bit of that. Like,
Yeah.
I still believe the best in people, but I also have to pace myself and give people time to really show me who they are,
Mm-hmm.
instead of just being like, oh, you follow me, you're my best friend,
Yeah.
let me give
Mm-hmm.
you access to everything, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like, and
Yeah.
access to me, where now I'm more cautious. So
Mhm.
it was a lesson. It's a lesson in everything.
It is.
And you gotta be
Yeah.
wise enough to understand
Yeah.
that, and give myself some grace,
Yes.
because I was beating myself up like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, but I gotta give myself some
Yeah.
grace.
I was beating myself up too. What in the world? You know, counseling saying, why in the world did I allow that to happen? I kept saying that over and over. But we can't control that. We cannot control that. And like you said, I've learned throughout my life a lot of lessons, a lot. And so I always remember 'em. I remember those.
Right,
I've
because
learned.
my whole thing is, if you don't, what was the point in going through it if you're not gonna learn from the lesson? Right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Right. What was the point? All the pain, all the tears, all the things
Yeah.
that you went through. What was the point in going through it if
Mm-hmm.
you didn't learn from it? If you're gonna keep repeating it, like,
Yes,
yeah,
ma'am. So I am.
yeah,
You have to be very, very cautious. You have to guard your heart, and that's hard for me too. My heart is out there, and I it's like, it's things need to change as far as I'm concerned, and I'm doing that little by little.
right,
Um, you know.
right. By 2025, we should know who our people are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to go through those lessons no more.
Mm-mm.
So if, like, I
Mm.
don't want to go through. But at the same time, I feel like that's a part of being alive.
It is.
Like, that's a
Mm-hmm.
blessing too,
It
to
is.
still be learning lessons.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You're right. Right, Jenny. You.
Coco said, oh yeah, and boundaries.
Yeah.
Right. Setting healthy
Mm-hmm.
boundaries and being okay with people not being okay with you setting boundaries. Because people be big mad, mama. They
They
be big mad when you set boundaries for yourself and don't let them treat you and talk to you any
they,
old kind of way.
they
Or
do.
they don't have access to you. They get
They,
real mad.
they really do. I'm telling you, I can say this 1,000 times. The last couple of months, I have learned some serious lessons on social media. Lessons that I didn't think that I needed to learn.
At
But
this age.
yes,
Right.
yes.
At this
This is- Look, I always said, look, you're a Christian, but let me tell you something. People don't care that you're a Christian. They don't care about that. They don't care
they don't
at all.
care. They don't care.
Mhm.
Sometimes people will use the Lord, try to use the Lord against you. And you
Yeah,
be like, well, wait.
yes, I didn't have people sit in my videos because I'm talking about Jesus and coffee. I said, well, what in the world that is bad about Jesus and coffee? I, I had to I stopped doing that for a little while. And I said, wait a minute. If I stop doing that, as much as I love Jesus, that's really, I'm just giving them ammunition to
Right,
keep on
right,
things to me. So I started back
right.
doing. I said,
I'm
no,
glad you did.
no,
I'm glad you
no,
did.
ma'am.
Right.
You got,
Mm-mm.
you got to be strong, and you got to just do whatever it is that you have to do, like keep your peace, exactly, and
Uh-huh. Protect your peace at all costs.
let them get mad at you. Just
Right,
move on.
right.
I
Because people will be mad.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
They will be. But
Mm-hmm.
like you said, we got to keep going.
Yes, ma'am.
I have so enjoyed you this morning.
I
I
have.
have so enjoyed talking to you, and I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to share your story with the people. Tamika said, did you have a YouTube? Because I'm going to post this on YouTube. Um,
But it's Tamika. She knows I have a YouTube. I don't know what she.
yeah, no, she told me. She was like, she got a
Yeah.
YouTube, because I was like, I was going to do this on YouTube,
Mhm.
and I didn't know if you had one or not.
Yeah, but
So that's why I decided to do Insta. But Tamika said,
look,
yeah, she got one.
old school. Now look, I got to learn YouTube. I'm being honest. I got to learn I told my granddaughter, I said, look, you're gonna have to show me how to, because she does everything for me. If I don't know how to do something, I call her, and she's my namesake. I named her after me, and
Okay.
she would come in and she would help me. Now, half that stuff I don't be knowing what, and I tell the truth, I don't know what I'm doing. And as Shannon told me one day, she said, when 2025 comes, I want you to take fake out that cooking show.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that for Shannon.
Okay.
And Tay is the one that gave me the name Mama G. She gave me that name.
What was your name before then? Like, what was your social media name before then?
I think I was using my name,
Oh.
Glenn Devon. Using.
Oh, okay.
She said,
And she said to take your government name off of the internet
yeah,
and put on Mama G.
she gave me Mama G, and I've been using it ever since.
I'm glad she did.
Ever
I'm glad
since.
she did.
But like I said,
Um,
I know some good people, but I have run into some people that have, treated me bad. But it's okay. Like I say,
it is.
it's okay. You
Right.
move on. You just don't.
But I have to keep. Go ahead.
You just don't. You can look at them and say hi and hello or whatever. But I prefer, because I still have the ones that